Hi, Christina. Thank you for joining me today in this the second NT podcast. So for our audience, could you quickly introduce yourself and share your background related to chatbots?
Sure, Jiaqi. Thank you for inviting me. So my name is Cristina Santamarina. I am a conversational creator since 2016, and I work with other companies who want to implement conversational experiences. I create my own, and I run a community and a podcast called Chatbots en Español.
So as I can see, you have a lot of experience with chatbot, but could you maybe share what was your worst chatbot experience and why was that?
I wouldn't mention one in specific, but there has been something in common to all of my worst experiences. And it's the fact that they were customer service chatbots. So chatbots that were meant to be helpful, pretending to be humans.
Okay. And what happened there?
Yeah, so I think this brings a really bad experience because they will never be good enough to be able to answer to all of my questions. So we will get trapped in the usual issues with chatbots. But also it feels like the chatbots and the brands behind them play with the user's trust. And I think they're wasting resources in working in small talk when they should be focusing on delivering like brilliant feature experience.
Yeah, I think this is kind of an issue because if you don't have the transparency with users, in the end, people will figure out whether there's a real human or not. And it's far better to be transparent and set the expectation than trying to play with the user. Another question I have is, what do you think is the COVID-19 situation impacting the chatbot industry?
I think it's actually been beneficial for us. And so when this all started, I saw a lot of movement of people trying to create chatbots to inform about the figures and to give advice. I actually went on and trained my chatbot for this too. But I think it was very positive that not only chatbot creators and companies, but official institutions like governments and city halls and big organizations like WHO went on and created chatbots for different channels. This has benefited us because they've grown the user base. They've made chatbots mainstream. It's no longer only early adopters using them, but millions and millions of people.
And what do you believe are some of the main challenges chatbots still facing today?
As we're kind of a new industry, I think we're still defining the best practices. I joke we still don't know for sure which is our Comic Sans equivalent. And there is also a lack of awareness of standards. So it's very hard to benchmark our chatbots and know if they're good or bad. Also for companies to know if their chatbots are good or bad. But I see this as a challenge and as an opportunity as well.
Because in your opinion, how do you benchmark a bot usually? What do you usually review when you are interacting with a bot?
So how engaging can the conversation be, both of how long do I spend chatting with a bot on a given day, but also how my recurring relationship with that chatbot progresses, how much money can a company expect to make out of a chatbot, what are the conversion rates, and what defines a good conversational experience. So it's both in business KPIs and in usability.
Yeah, because you mentioned that you are working with a lot of brands and helping them setting up this type of bot experiences, right? What could you also share with our audience, like a contrarian opinion about the future of chatbots? And let me try to explain this because I think this is important. I believe a lot of people would agree chatbot can bring value, chatbot is interesting and things like that. But what really makes people be thoughtful is thinking something that not a lot of people agree and then betting on that to become true someday, right? So I would like to know your contrarian opinion about chatbots.
My bet is that NLP is gonna become a commodity. I also believe that WhatsApp will not be the main conversational channel in the long term. And I believe that the value in the long term is going to be on the conversational and agent design and not on the technical side.
Wow, wow. Some of the very, very contrarian opinion here. So maybe
Yes.
could you explain a little bit why do you think WhatsApp is not going to be one of the most important channel for conversational experiences?
Yes, so I believe that chatbots in WhatsApp are gonna overload the channel, and we will look for other channels for our personal communication, for our important communications, and that is gonna reduce dramatically the open and read rate of WhatsApp messages.
Wow.
So right now, everyone wants to have a chatbot on WhatsApp because that's the channel that everyone uses. But imagine what will happen when we have 100 chatbots writing us there.
Yeah, I think in a sense, Messenger already realized this, and that's why they are trying to reduce the visibility bots are having in Messenger. So you are predicting that the same will happen in WhatsApp as well.
That's my prediction. Yeah, my contrarian prediction.
Nice. So I think we have covered all the questions, and surprisingly, I think this time we went a lot faster than the last time. I think we don't even are at like 10 minutes right now, but I think that's a very good process. So thank you for your contribution. I'm not sure if you want to share some last words to the audience.
No less words. Let's keep it short and sweet, and thinking about WhatsApp.
Perfect.